All right, YouTubers, thank you for watching and welcome back to the channel. So today's video is about replacing these old switch housings on these older vehicles. This particular vehicle is a 2005 Chevy Tahoe, and most of these Chevys are kind of alike and they kind of run the same way, and a lot of the older vehicles, they're kind of the same way too, in the sense that you could replace a lot of these parts. You could replace the little light bulbs. Mine is dead though. I mean, it's just broken. It's not worth obviously trying to just fix this. I could just replace the box. As you can see, it just went dead. Oh, there he goes. Okay, but you see how it's dying already, and you can kind of see how it's glitching. So right there, the fog lights are on and off. This is an original OEM. I have done the fog lights on this vehicle before. I'm doing it at night mainly to show y'all, and also so I could see, just to make sure that they work, and I'll show you what I mean. So basically, if I turn my lights off, let me turn them off, and I turn the lights on, my lights are on right there. All of this works, you see that, but this side doesn't work. So this whole switch, obviously the light bulb that's inside is dead. I'm not sure if you can replace the light bulb or not, but regardless, I think that just, you know, the fact that it's old, it might not work as well. And if it's already doing that, it could be a light bulb, it could be something internal. I don't know. I don't want to chance it. So what I did do, just to make sure, hold on, there you go. I bought an OEM housing from the junkyard for like 10 bucks, but then I also got the ones from Amazon. So the ones from Amazon obviously are brand new. They're OEM, you know, type. They're aftermarket. I expect these to probably last, you know, if I was to keep this vehicle, maybe 2 years, 3 years, maybe more. But this is what it looks like once it's outside the vehicle. And I think, you know, it could be a good thing just to replace all of it and then call it a day instead of trying to sit there and replace the bulb on that side. This one right here from OEM, it does seem to have like a light bulb right there. You see that right there? So you could replace the light bulb if you wanted to. I'm just not, I don't know if I should. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that housing off, and then I'm going to go ahead and replace with this one, and let's see what it looks like. And then I'll put the new aftermarket one, and then we'll see which one looks better. So let's get going, and let's see what happens. All right, so I do have the vehicle on because I've been having little belt issues. I washed the engine, put some water in there, and now it's been squeaking, driving me crazy. So I'm trying to get it hot. I'm warming him up, put a little grease in there. Let's see what happens. I'm gonna put the parking brake on. Normally, I think you should do this when the vehicle's off. So, but you know, I'm trying to keep it warm. Let's see if we can see how it moves if we do put it on neutral. All right, so it doesn't move on neutral. Obviously, it's on neutral. It's not gonna go back. I have the brakes on, and then the next thing that you want to do is you want to tilt the you want to see how it tilts down. You want to tilt it as far as you can, mainly because when you take off your dash, you need this room to pull the dash out, and the dash really just comes out. Now I'm gonna take the dash out right now, and I'm not gonna put it back on because I'm gonna go ahead and install the double din radio with the backup camera. So make sure to subscribe, hit the like and notification bell. I'm doing that next. I have replaced the speakers on this. Be careful with some of these older parts. Remember, they are older and they could be brittle. You see right there, it's already cracked on top. This is a normal thing on these older vehicles, especially these Chevys, because the way that the dash gets mounted, it has these little pins that kind of hit the dash in a way, and if you don't align them, it'll break. So this one's already broken. We did one already. You can go back and look at one of our older videos from maybe a couple months ago, and we've done this dash thing before, so we're not new to that. And this is just a common problem with the Chevys. So if you're gonna freak out over something like that, yeah, you know, any old car is gonna have like little things. I've messed with different cars and they all have little like things that just, they're crazy. So we got to take this housing off. You see that right there? This is the housing we got to remove. I think it just comes off. Let me see. I don't remember. There you go. Yeah, this one just comes right off. And then you'll have wires. It's got like these pins in there. There, see? Just be careful not to break anything, obviously. And then once you got it off, you'll have the wires in the back. You just unplug them and then we're good to go. Alrighty, so this is the old housing. Plugs are pretty basic. I don't think it's anything too crazy. I don't think it's gonna drive the computer crazy if I turn these off or disconnect them right now. See, I think this one you gotta pull up. Is it up? Oh no, it's got like a little clip right there. You'll need like a flathead to stick inside right here, just to lift that little tab up. You don't want to break the tab. And then that's it. So this is your cluster. Pretty cool. Now I'm gonna use the OEM one just to see what it looks like. The only difference with this one, it has this 4x4 stuff here, which my intentions were to use this as a I guess you could say as a I guess fog light switch, but it's really easy to take it off too, because I mean all you really have to do is push back on it. You see it right here. You just push the tabs right here on this side, and then this thing starts popping off. So they're really not that hard to take off. That's the great thing about these older vehicles in general. Just any old vehicle, they're just parts are just easy to maneuver and push around. That one comes off right there. Once you got that one side off, then you'll have another one down here inside, and then you just do the same thing. And then once you take that one piece off, should be pretty easy. We'll try it right now. Oh wait, yep. See if I can get it out. I think that's the way to do it. Yeah. There's one here too. One on the side. See that? And then the one here. There you go. Oh, it fell off, but you get me. So once you do that, we're gonna put this one in. Like I said, we're testing it out. If it doesn't work or it doesn't look as good as I want, I'm just gonna put the Amazon one. No big deal. Hopefully this is the same one. Remember, some of these trucks, the parts may look alike, but they are a little different. So just so you know. Oh no, I think this one is different. The plug doesn't go on that one. Whoa! Oh, sorry. All right, yeah, so I don't think that's gonna be this one might not be the right one for this one. I think that's gonna be an issue already. Yep, look, I think this is an older one. This is probably for a different Tahoe, just because of the plug right now. So we're gonna have to try the other ones. So the Amazon one is basically the one that I bought earlier. So before I start putting everything together, I'm gonna give it a quick test out, and then that way you can see what it looks like. So this is the Amazon one. So does it work? What the heck? Uh-oh. There he goes. See that? Ooh, that's nice. That's how it should look. You see that? So that's what it should look like once you have everything in. That's off, and then you know it has a dimmer, so that's pretty good. And this right here is to turn the lights on, I think. So that's the way it should work. And then this is to turn the dome light off. So I think, you know, it's definitely the switch. So we're gonna go ahead and replace it. And let me turn it off real quick. Oh, hold on. There you go. And then I'm gonna just go ahead and put the Amazon one, since the other one did not work the way that I wanted it. And it's all good. So let me switch it out, all right? So this is the original one that I had. Once again, it's pretty easy to take this off. You know, you got a bunch of little tabs. And you don't, you know, just be careful, because remember, this is the old one that we had. It didn't work, at least up for right now. We're just gonna put it away. This one right here is, it's got little tabs. You don't have to literally push it out. It's just pushing it out. You don't have to be crazy with it. And you can see where the tabs are at right there on all sides. Boom, that's it. All right. And then the new one. Okay, that's it. And just snap it in. It's easy. a lot of this stuff, you know, if you've never done it, you probably think it's very complicated, and it really isn't. It's pretty easy stuff. You gotta love these older cars. I think when a lot of these engineers were doing stuff, they were obviously thinking of the consumer, and they weren't trying to screw you or bend you over or grease you up. I think they kind of wanted people to be able to take care of their cars. I think cars were meant to last, you know, maybe for a while. So just so you know, I think the hype of things is kind of what makes you want to buy a new car. So if you ride around in an old car, you should know some of that stuff just doesn't matter. All right, let's take that one off. Now, you see why the 4x4 housing would be cool, because that's kind of what my intentions were, to use it as a fog light switch. So instead of using this, I would just take the little 4x4 housing and turn it into a fog light switch. All right, now that's in. This one can go in afterwards. So let's go put it back on the actual dial where the wire harness is. Alrighty, so here it is. Now, one of the things you got to remember is just align your tube, your AC tube, with the air duct that's inside. This one should work perfect with this. Plug in. And like I said, guys, it's not really a big deal. Don't let it intimidate you. I think anybody can do this. Now, I did not remove this from the very beginning. The first time, somebody else had already done it. I'm just kind of, I guess I'm actually trying to fix it, versus whoever did it before, they just kind of took it off. Oh, whoa, whoa. Sorry, guys. All right, let's try this again. There you go. There's an alignment issue here that I'm having. Somewhere in the bottom, it doesn't want to sit. It's like that one tab right there doesn't want to go in. So I got to push it in a certain way. I don't want to take anything else off, because I think I could do it without taking anything else off. Uh-oh. I think we're stuck. Remember, guys, be gentle. Don't want to force it too hard either. There you go. There. Did it go in the vent? I believe it did. I believe it's in. So now that we got it in, let's go ahead and look at it. I'm going to turn off the lights here. That was one of my main issues, is that it didn't have lights, and it was very annoying. But you see, now it has the lights. You can turn it up. That's the dial to turn it up. Now the wipers, that's the back wipers. All right, that's the fog lights. Very nice. See that? So the switch is clean finally. Before, when I was driving, this little light that's in here was just blinding me. And then you have auto, my lights, and then the dome lights. This button here is there, see? So if you push that button, you basically shut off the dome lights. The other one wasn't working, and it was driving me nuts. So that's it. I mean, that's all it takes. And then once again, once you've done this, you basically put your instrument or your bezel back in there. But I'm not doing that because I'm gonna be installing a double din radio. It's time. All right, guys, so it's daytime now, and one of the things that I noticed from the video when I was editing is that the button that or the little switch housing that I bought, this thing right here, is it's not correct. It's green. So if you look in the video, this switch housing is green. So basically what I had to do is I had to order another one from Amazon that was white, because if you look in the video, go back real quick, you'll see that these are white, but this was green. I did not realize that when I was obviously doing the whole thing last night, because I was happy that it finally worked. And then when I was editing the video, I realized that this was green. So yeah, that's not gonna fly with me. It'll drive me crazy. So we're gonna go ahead and order. Like I said, I ordered one already. And it's the same steps. You just take the box off. The good thing is I don't think you have to take everything off. I think you just can pull this little box by itself off, and then put the white ones on there. I'll keep the green one. I mean, that's no big deal. I always like having the extra parts around. I'll keep it as a spare for whatever reason. And then that's it. That'll be the end of it. But yeah, guys, so make sure when you order on Amazon, right there, obviously it does say that there's a green one. And then I think the one that doesn't say it's green is probably the white one. So just a quick note to that. Now, obviously, this is why I do this, because, you know, I like, you know, doing stuff. And if I screw up, then, you know, I'm letting you know where there could be a problem or a mistake. And then that way you don't have the same issue. And then you could, you know, double check. And I don't mind doing that, all right? So anyways, so our next step is to take the radio off and go ahead and put a double din radio with a backup camera. So we're going to be doing that next. Make sure to subscribe, hit the like, notification bell. Guys, come see me. Thanks for watching. And once again, remember, when you order the Switch, make sure you know which color you have on these other ones, whether it's green or white. I have the white. So not a big deal. It's cool. I didn't realize that. But, you know, hey, that's how it is. We're all learning. And sometimes it's always good to look at videos like this, because then you know that you won't make the same mistake. Let me make the mistake for you. All right, radio's next. That's gonna be a cool little video. I'll explain to you the wire connections, all that works, and it'll be fun. So make sure to stay in your element, be good, be safe, stay warm. It's kind of cold where I'm at, and I'm pretty sure it's colder up north. So take it easy out there, be safe.